Hello, my name's Charles Jackson. I'm 63 years old and live in the beautiful southeast of England. The reason I'm making this video is that I like to help others, and I found out how to give up smoking in a pain-free way, so wanted to pass it on. I had smoked for 25 years before figuring out how to stop 15 years ago. Actually, this method is enjoyable, pain-free and permanent. Of course, people don't believe this could ever be the case. They've tried all sorts of methods and are still stuck in the addiction. They just cannot believe giving up smoking can be this easy and this enjoyable, pain-free and last forever. So they don't try it or give it up too soon. But this method worked for me, and now I'm totally free of this addiction. I'm now in control of nicotine, and hopefully if you understand and try it, you will be too. If you do try it, please let me know how you get on. As a matter of fact, this method is good for both men and women, as a lady I suggested this to did it totally successfully. Cigarettes and rolling tobacco were for me impossible to give up. They were just too nice. I smelt the smoke of others and was immediately tempted. I just couldn't stop smoking cigarettes or roll-ups. I felt like a slave having to spend my money on them, which I hated. Always having to plan my life around cigarettes and having a lighter with me. Also, smoking is not a good health choice. And I'll let you in on a secret. Kissing a smoker is one of the worst experiences of my life. That is the definition of bad breath. If you don't believe me, ask others. In the time I was smoking, I gave up more than 5 times, went through hell each time and then started again. Once I managed to do a whole year of not smoking. Then at a party I was tempted and had one. I thought I could probably have the occasional cigarette. This immediately started me off again, and I was straight back in the smoking trap after a year of not smoking and all the hell that involved. Maybe you've had the same experience. Others give up, I know, without any problem, but that certainly was not the case for me. I'd been told that going over to cigars had helped others stop. I thought that it sounded interesting, but as a cigarette smoker, I found it difficult to just smoke cigars. As I'd heard this from a few people though, I decided I would try to go over completely to smoking cigars. This was not easy to do, but eventually I managed it. You have to learn how to smoke cigars and apply some discipline. After some time, I began to enjoy them. After some months and cutting down on the number of cigars, I found I could stop smoking without it being a big deal. This was really surprising, and there were no big withdrawal symptoms. What I found out was I could give up smoking cigars, but not cigarettes. And actually, I could go over from cigarettes to smoking cigars. Amazing. If you decide to try it too, then this is how I suggest you do it. The first thing to do is to decide only to be a cigar smoker. If you smoke anything, then make sure it's a cigar. The ones I suggest smoking are the small miniature cigars like this. No filter. Actually, they could be even smaller, 2/3 this size, but they're natural tobacco without any additives. We have lots of these brands in the UK and Europe. However, they're not readily available in the US and are very hard to find there. Eventually, I managed to find a European brand in a specialist tobacco shop in a large mall. In the US, generally, they have much larger cigars, and the smaller ones they have seem to have additives in them. The goal is to be only smoking only be smoking cigars for 3 months. No cigarettes or roll-ups. Firstly, you need to learn how to smoke a cigar without inhaling. This can take some practice, as cigarette smokers have to get over not inhaling. This is the biggest hurdle, so be patient while you're learning to do this. As a point to remember, your lungs are valuable to you and are very delicate. Watch and observe other cigar smokers. There are a few ways to smoke a cigar. You can breathe them by having the cigar dangling in your mouth. I'm going to show you how to do that, to do these methods just without lighting the cigar, otherwise I don't think I could put the video out. So you can breathe it just by having it dangling in your mouth. And you breathe in through your nose and your mouth at the same time. And you just get a little bit of smoke going round. Also, you can take a puff and then hold the smoke in your mouth for a short time without inhaling and then blowing it out. Or you can also take a puff and breathe in through your nose and open the back of your throat slightly to release a tiny bit of smoke into the lungs. Then blow the smoke out through the nose and lungs like this. Sorry, through the mouth and nose like this. Okay, nicotine does get into the bloodstream via the tissues around the back of the throat, nose and tongue, but it takes slightly longer to satisfy the nicotine craving than inhaling it. Once you're only smoking cigars, you get a lot less nicotine in the body anyway, and would quickly feel sick smoking a cigarette. Then smoke a maximum of 4 or 5 cigars a day with no cigarettes. This can be hard and is a big step, so you're doing great if you manage to do this. However, if you do slip up, no problem, as you are now a cigar smoker and you will get back on cigars immediately. Try to take only 4 or 5 puffs of each cigar and then put it out. Smoke only cigars then for a period of 3 months without inhaling. Once you've smoked cigars like this for 3 months, stopping smoking completely is really easy. You'll be amazed and be able to see that for yourself. If you do have problems quitting, you can always continue smoking a few cigars a day until you can stop. Now I can smoke occasionally, like on Christmas Day, and really it's not a problem, although I usually don't want to. I've smoked 1 miniature cigar in the last 3 years. I don't feel now there's any danger that I would start smoking cigarettes again. I've been a non-cigarette smoker for 15 years without any major cravings. Now I'm certainly no longer a slave, thank goodness. If you're having trouble giving up, I hope you try this and find it somewhat helpful. Let me know how you get on. It would be great to hear from you. I'm happy to answer any questions. Please like and comment and share this with anyone you feel this video would help. Thank you.